Clean. Put the clean one on you.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, how are you, man? How y'all doing? Condolences.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mike.
brother. Thanks, Mike. Peace, Mike. This is Dallas Penn, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, Dallas, how you doing, brother?
Brother, I can't call it, else I might spoil it.
Already.
Listen, we're doing an end of the year show. We're doing where we're remembering combat, talking about some of our, great moments that we had together, some great episodes we had together. Obviously, you've been on the show more than once, and we just wanted to just call a couple of people, that maybe have a moment or just, send their blessings or anything they want to say about the good brother.
Yeah, man, I'm still in shock. My been in thought and prayer, my wife and I, for his wife and for his children. And, I would just like to first of all, I've thanked him personally while he was here in the physical, and I thank him while he's on the side with the ancestors just for pushing the culture forward in a way that was heartfelt and that was intellectual and that was needed and that helped grow the culture up. I think he's going to be a missed part. I think that he added an element to media that we needed, and he just made me damn proud to be a black man at base minimum. Music and hip hop aside, he was a father, he was a brother, he was a comrade, and I think that we all could, just honestly try to carry his legacy forward in whatever way we can. Just professional as possible and as personable as possible. He came to my shop personally. All y'all did in Atlanta. Anything he ever told me he was going to do got done. And, that ain't always easy. And that's from a person who's dropped the ball a few times.
Take that.
I appreciate you guys allowing me to, just say my part of the testimony today. As I know as everyone has put up pictures, photos, and said their piece, but I really was just stuck in silence, man. I couldn't believe it. So, I'm still having a hard time believing he's not going to pop up out of nowhere. But with that said, we know to be absent in the physical does not mean to be absent at all. So, I still feel his presence here.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you one thing I know he really enjoyed is when Run the Jewels would be in town and we would pop up, me, Dallas, and him, and I remember going, and he just loved to turn up, man. He loved,
man.
We would be on stage, shouts to Track Star, you know what I mean? It's like, he just loved to turn up. I think he loved your energy. He loved, one thing I know he definitely loved is just how you, and still to this day, just carry a lot of stuff on your back, man, and just really just try to help people be better, be smarter.
Absolutely.
And I think that, I think a legacy is something you want to leave behind. And I truly believe you're doing the same thing yourself, Mike.
Absolutely.
I'm trying my best, man. Steel sharp is steel, man. You can't sharpen a cutter cutting through butter. So, for me, what he represent as an attorney, like I want to see more young black men in particular and your young men of color going into trades like attorneys, doctors, engineers, architect, because you carry the culture into those trades with you and you make those trades something more and you make them something that's for us. And I never want that part to be forgotten, that as well as being a part of the culture, as well as being a great host and a personality, he was first and foremost a person of skill. You know what I mean? And he was a person that went and did it what we would call the square way. And he brought the culture into that. And I want to challenge more of us to do that. So the young men that are out there, all of us may can't sing, all of us may can't dance, but we can all study hard. We can all focus on the goal. We can achieve that. And then we can take what we know from our culture into those things and we can grow those things and we can be a conduit between. Because before he was representing artists on a microphone, he was representing artists behind a desk, making sure that people had fair deals and people were the foundation for economic infrastructure that helped more young men and more young women become more for their families and for the people around them. And I just like to challenge more of us to do that because I think that that's the greatest way his legacy really tells. It tells because you judge a tree by the fruit it produces. And we need to make sure that as a fruit of that tree that we're excelling. So whether it's Dallas and giving you the pointers on how to dress your style up for job interviews and after, or whether it's Premium telling you it's about presence and not presence in return in reference to your children, I think that we all should carry those things, a little bit of the grown man into the real world too.
As you do too, Mike. As you do too. I mean, I really feel like the key was always to keep the narrative inside our hand. And
absolutely,
sometimes it's like you think to yourself, "Oh no, we're good now. We've shaped the narrative, we put it in a good place." But the truth is, the work remains constant. All right,
absolutely.
The work remains constant. I learned that. I guess I already knew that, but I learned that from watching Selma and realizing that the struggle never stops.
It's a protracted struggle, man. It really is. Like, it's funny you know, Selma, because one of my other heroes is in there, James Orange, who's a young man who wore the glasses, who's an organizer. By the time I met James Orange, he wasn't a young man working under Dr. King. He was an old man teaching me how to organize. And now I stand here before you today, getting a student of his organizing, teaching other young men and women have organized and invited back to Mandela's 100th anniversary, to represent for him. And that's what it's secular. So
Yes.
it's a circular. So,
Yes.
we got to make sure that just like with combat, just like with Reggie, the energy you put into the world is going to make sure it turns over to someone else and they turn it to someone else. And that's the way you truly never die. I
it never stops.
Say that on the behalf of, the original people. I just want to tell y'all, like, your ancestors not gone. They're not dead. The people who left you in the physical, they are still with you, and they are literally wired into your DNA. Reggie is here in his children. He is here in the legacy of his wife, and to honor that, to honor that is to honor them. And to honor that is to honor his work, and is to carry that work further and further and further. And if that's so long as that happens, then our loved ones never die. But the minute we get lazy, the minute we let others co-opt our thing, the minute we let others have our thing, we've truly let legacies die, and we cannot do that.
That's real.
Amen. Listen, first off, happy and a healthy new year to you and your family.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Keep on doing what you do, Mike. Like you already know, Matt. I appreciate you. Dallas appreciate, and a lot of the world appreciates you.
Stay on them greens, Mike. Stay on them greens, bro.
We had it, man. We had it.
And listen, one of the reasons why I called you for is because I know today and forever, you're one of the people that will push to keep Combat's legacy alive. And I know you appreciated him, and I know you appreciated the platform that was created. So
Absolutely. I'll keep doing my thing, man. And then I just want to tell people out there, man, be listening to Pete's show. Be following Dallas, man. Make sure that the elements of the culture don't fall to the wayside and you find the next thing. And then older people, I just want to tell the 35 to 50-year-old hip-hop crowd, shut up complaining and buy dope stuff, whether that be style or fashion, whether that be music. But, stop complaining about young people and just support the dope that you like. And that way the culture grows and expounds. My grandmother liked the whole other kind of gospel than my sister, but they both went to church together. You know what I'm saying?
Dig that.
So I love y'all, man.
Amen. Likewise, man.
And let's make sure we keep pushing.
Amen. Peace.